Come on. Are we going to go or not? Or do I have to click live? Is that what I have to do? Oh, okay. Cool. Cool. Cool, 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 cool. All right. All right. And we are live. It says I'm live here. We got 6 people so far. Testing 1 2. Testing 1 2. People in the chat. Can you guys hear me? Can you guys hear me? Corvette Racing coming in. Racing Fan 24842 is coming on in. Can you guys hear me? Can you guys hear my voice? Just let me know. Doritos Mountain Dew, how's it going? 9 people. Hopefully I sound decent. Hopefully the mic is on. I want to hear you guys. Come on, talk to me. So yeah, just gonna go on in, and Corvette Racing can hear me, so that is great. Yeah, all right, people can hear me. Cool. Cool, cool, cool. People can hear me. Sweet. We are green flag. The green flag has dropped here on this Griff Talk / Ask Me Anything. And as we go into turn number 1, let's talk about... Oh, what did I say we want to talk about? Okay, so we're going to talk about Iowa Speedway and Hailie Deegan and how that was incredible. So I have the diecast right here. As you guys can see, it is a beautiful car, and I don't know if the camera can pick it up at all, but the signature is Ryan Langer. And yeah, no, it was a pretty cool time. It was a very good time. So I guess my question off the bat is, I wonder how much the lag is on here. Because I don't know. I actually don't know how much of a lag there is. I want to say a couple of seconds or so. Just tell me who needs to go if that needs to happen. RC 45 fan, I think will be okay. I do have the live chat right in front of me, so if someone is going to be a bit of a bother, then we can deal with that at that time. But yeah, no, I think the delay is going to be kind of weird because it's like I'll be talking about one thing and then you guys will be talking about what I'm going to be talking about like a minute or so behind. So I'll try my best to keep myself focused on that. But yeah, so I guess we can start with Hunter Carper, who mentioned Sam Mayer. Yeah, he was phenomenal in the race. No one could catch him. The 4 car, what was his name? Cabaret, I believe. Here, let me look this up quickly. Chase Cabaret, I think is his name. Let me just look this up quickly. I believe that's his name, Chase Cabaret in the 4 car. Let me double check here. Yeah, yeah. Okay, Chase Cabaret. Yeah, he was the only one that was able or could have caught Sam Mayer, but no, they just couldn't do it. And then of course Hailie. Well, she was okay. She was hanging out in the top 10, but on Twitter she mentioned that she like lost the radio communication in the last 30 laps, and because of that, she was not able to do as well. But yeah, no, let's talk about Iowa. Let's talk about Iowa Speedway here. Let's talk about just my trip on down. So I left on a Friday, right? I left on like Friday morning. I was able to take that day off from work, which is awesome. And yeah, we drove from South Dakota all the way to Iowa. And yeah, we booked into the hotel, and then we gunned it straight to Iowa Speedway. And yeah, on the schedule, like the timing was perfect because there was a autograph tent going on. And yeah, so in the autograph tent, you got all the drivers. You got Derek Kraus, you got Sam Mayer, you got Chase Cabaret, and then of course the person I was looking for was Hailie Deegan. Yeah, so it was very interesting talking to Hailie because first of all, she knew nothing about the Summer Showdown, the 2018 Summer Showdown. Of all the times that you guys and I tagged her and her car and whatever, but she did not know. She knew nothing about the Summer Showdown. And it sucked because like I tried to talk to her and I tried to like explain everything to her, but time was so short, and it's one of those weird things where it's like I didn't want to come off as like, weird or anything like that. And it's like, oh, here's a car that she could potentially drive in the Cup Series. No, like she needed to see the Summer Showdown in order to really get the whole depth of like why the car was made and And the funny thing is, like, she asked, like, how would I know if auto owners insurance would sponsor her? And truth be told, I don't know. I do not know if Haley Deegan would want to sponsor, or why auto owners insurance would sponsor her. But the reason, okay, so the reason why I went ahead and chose auto owners insurance to sponsor Haley in the Summer Showdown, it was one of the main sponsors that Furniture Row Racing already had. And truth be told, like, the blue that's on auto owners insurance is not a bad looking, like, colors. Like, the color scheme is not bad looking at all. So yeah, and that's kind of the reason why I chose Haley. I don't think Deegan has any experience with auto owners insurance. But just the combination, and so I'll just show off the diecast again. So you got the combination of the blue on top, and then you have like the light blue stripes on the side. Um, it's just and 76, because if I remember correctly, I had Brandon Jones at 77, and then Truex was at 78, and then Christopher Bell was at 79. And so Haley Deegan was super cool. She signed the diecast, and we were able to get a picture together. Now, one thing that I was not aware of was she was right next to Max McLaughlin. And as you guys know, Max McLaughlin is Mike McLaughlin's son. Awkward thing was he was right next to Haley. And after I took the picture, I felt so bad. I felt so bad of like not dealing with him at all. And so I actually took one of the what are they called? The little posters with the autograph sign on there. Um yeah, and I was able to talk to him, and I told him how I saw his father race at Pikes Peak in for sure 99 and 2000, and I believe 2001. I'll look that up later, but it was so cool. It was so cool to see that his son is racing, and the fact that he won at Watkins Glen on Friday, I believe. So that was really cool. And so one thing I will admit, and I maybe will post this later, in the picture that I had with Haley Deegan and myself, on the right, I cropped it out, but on the right, Max McLaughlin was trying to hero carts. Thank you, DC Comics. But on the right, Max McLaughlin, he was like ducking out of the way and like tried to not be in the picture. Awkward. It was a good old awkward situation, and yeah, it is what it is. Like, you can't do really anything about it. By the way, the people that are currently viewing this, if you guys want to share this out, let people know that I'm talking about my Iowa experience, Haley Deegan, stuff like that. Go ahead and share that out with others. That would be appreciative. Here, let me do one thing briefly. Let's see here. Wanna ask a question, boys? And I know, I'm so unprofessional. So, anyway, so going back to here, yeah, no, Matt, yeah, it was so cool seeing them race. So okay, so after I got the autographs, right? Me and my older brother just hung out in the infield pretty much the entire afternoon. And so actually, I got some pretty intense footage from. Hey, Alex, how's it going? I got some footage from like inside the infield, and I got some footage from practice. And I'm still debating on whether I want to make a video about my footage, because here from Friday I got plenty of stuff, and I had a lot of fun from getting different footage from getting really close to the cars, like when the cars go from the garage to the pit road. Me and my camera were right there. They were right there, right next to the cars that were rolling by, and I got some pretty close shots of numerous cars. Yeah, that was great. And then on the other side, I don't know why, but the Speedway had like this mini golf course set up. I got some footage of myself playing golf on there. Like, I didn't do like a full round. I just, for giggles, just went ahead and I put the camera down, and I got some shots of me putting some golf balls into their respective holes. Yeah, that was fun. And then I'm just trying to think what else I did. We just hung out in the infield the majority of the time. I got that promo video to promote the Summer Showdown, which I will talk about later. Here, I'm going to get the microphone closer so you guys can hear me. Can you guys hear me now? Can you hear me now? Oh, can you hear me now? This is not good. Okay. Sorry. So anyway, I'm talking about so Iowa. I'm just trying to think. So we were in the infield. We eventually did move out into the bleachers and to the outside because then the K&N race went on, and it was fun. It was a fun race. As mentioned before, Sam Mayer absolutely dominated the race. Hunter Carper, did I use the Happy Gilmore swing? Almost. I thought about it, but then I realized, the hole is only like 20 yards away. So, or not even 20, geez, like 20 feet away. So, no. But anyway, yeah, but otherwise the race, I did get some footage from the K&N race, and as I said before, there was some bumping and some banging, and yeah, Chase Cabaret tried to take down Sam Mayer, but Sam Mayer was just that strong, and Sam Mayer absolutely dominated the race. And as we mentioned before, oh yeah, big shout out to Derek Kraus, who spun earlier in the race, but here I'm gonna do one thing here. Sonic Rules, you are gonna be a moderator. So anyway, what was I saying? Yeah, so Derek Kraus. So he wrecked. Who was it that spun him out? I don't remember, but yeah. So it was Max. That's right, Max McLaughlin. Both him and Derek Kraus went high up on the track. Those two got into each other, and then Derek Kraus spun around, and then he came back and finished for sure in the top 10, if not in the top 5, if I remember correctly. So yeah, shout out to Derek. And then, of course, Haley Deegan. She was okay at the beginning, but then she kind of fell off at the end, and she had radio issues, as she mentioned on Twitter. So that was Friday, and then we eventually went home, chilled, and then Saturday was a big day. So the thing at the beginning that was so interesting was, like, at the beginning, it was after qualifying. So just a side note, I was not at the track during qualifying, but it was in that time between, like, after qualifying and before the race. So what I lost my train of thought. Oh yeah, this random sport of rain, like this little like blip of red goes right over the track, and it was raining for like 10-15 minutes over just specifically the track. It was like I don't know, like a 20 mile radius, like blip. And yeah, we got wet for a while, and I did get some some water, rain, water, whatever. Yeah, and that was fun. Eventually we did go back onto the track, and you guys saw the picture I had on Twitter right next to the cars. I did not get any autographs from any of the Xfinity drivers, which was a shame. I did go to the drivers meeting again, which was super cool, but we were also late to that. Um, yeah, but yeah, so I'm just sorry, I lost my train of thought again. I need to work on that. But the race itself, though, was phenomenal. And I will say it right now, the race at Iowa absolutely reminded me of Pikes Peak. Where I sat, the way how the cars raced, and as weird as it sounds, but when I did not have my earplugs in, yeah, it totally brought me back to Pikes Peak. I don't know if it was the way how the car sounded or what, but it was so cool. It was so, like, I felt like I was a kid again. It was so exciting, and especially on all the restarts, how they were side by side, just coming down, and it was so loud, it was so intense, and especially at the end, when Chase Briscoe was able to chase down Christopher Bell, that was so cool. I was on my feet, I was shouting, I was so excited for the race and the entire event. And then seeing Chase Briscoe win was super, super cool. Only downer, though, was there was an elder gentleman who was sitting behind me, and I was getting a little into it. And he, like, poked on my back, and he was, like, telling me to sit down. And, of course, I listened to him, and I did sit down. But at the same time, I was a little upset because, like, it's a sport, and you're supposed to show off that excitement, that thrill, and the adrenaline. Yeah, so it was a good time. In terms of stuff that I got and I bought at the track, I got a program, and that is one thing that I do as a tradition. At every race, I do buy the program just as a souvenir. I don't know if I will ever take, or if I will ever read the programs, but it's a nice souvenir to have. And then in terms of the diecasts that I bought, you guys saw, yeah. So the Kyle Busch diecast. So I bought the Daytona Kyle Busch car, the one, what do you call it, the M&M's bar car. So apparently that car has not been released yet in terms of like pre-orders. Like you can still pre-order it. And so for whatever reason, they had it at Iowa Speedway, and I thought that was a steal. I mean, of course, I bought it for $10, but that was so cool. And then I also got the two Kevin Harvick diecasts because I have not gotten Kevin Harvick yet. I did not pre-order them on Lionel just because I had a feeling that they were going to be made anyway. So I went ahead and got those cars at Iowa as well. Yeah, but otherwise, it was a really successful trip. It was really nice to get away from a while. It was really nice to travel. Yeah, no, it was a really, really good time. So yeah, and so the big question then becomes: should Iowa Speedway have a cup race, a cup schedule, or like a should the cup guys go to Iowa Speedway? I say yes. I think that the Speedway has the capacity to host a cup race. I think it should add some more bleachers, but not too much. Not too much at all. Because as much as, like, I don't want it to pull a Kentucky 2011. You guys remember when Kentucky was added onto the cup schedule? And then like there was a lot of people that showed up. It was very exciting, but it was just for that one, and I would say two. It was still kind of exciting in 2012 race, but then that novelty wore off, and now there's not as many people at Kentucky Speedway. So that's what I'm thinking with Iowa. Like Iowa should have a cup race. It should add some more bleachers, but don't go crazy. Don't be like Richmond where you have bleachers all around the racetrack. Maybe add, I don't know, like a couple thousand more, but nothing crazy. Like, if you guys have NASCAR Heat 3, if you guys look at Iowa Speedway, you see how, like, people are, like, on, like, the hills, like, on the ends of the track. Like, open that up to the people. And I think that would be good enough. But again, like, the racing is good. Like, you got multi-groove racing, like Pikes Peak. And it's the closest track to me. It's even closer than Kansas here. Sorry for the noises. I'm going to move the mic just a little closer just so you guys can hear me. This is Griff Dog ASMR, and you are listening to KROOS 1056X Pi. I don't know, that's kind of random. But yeah. So here, I'm just going to kind of go into the chat here, see how you guys are doing. Corey Klatt agrees that Iowa should have a cup schedule. Corey also says give Road America a cup race. I'm a little on the fence on that. Like, yeah, another road course, but I don't know. I'm just a little on the fence on that. But just sticking with Iowa though. And again, don't go too crazy. Just give them like one race. And again, it'll be a fun time. Nice 400 lapper. Cody H Gaming did a little simulation of what if the Cup guys did race at Iowa. With NR 2003. So if you guys haven't seen that, go check that out. But yeah, I'm just trying to think what else was there at Iowa other than Chase Briscoe winning, which was super cool. The car had a bunch of lights on, like the service traction control lights and the auto brake lights. That was fun, but the car didn't break down, which was good. Just out of curiosity, the people that are in chat, have you guys been to Iowa Speedway before? I feel like I'm the only one. And yeah, just a side note, I did not meet any fans or anybody at Iowa Speedway. But have you guys been to Iowa Speedway? Just out of curiosity, as I take a drink of this flash water. That's some good water. Yeah, and I think NASCAR was planning on having Iowa Speedway going to be a cup race anyway, and I would not be surprised. Like, in 2021, the cup guys do race at Iowa. NASCAR Racing Fan 2016 says no. Oh, no, I'm sorry. No, as if they've been to Iowa or not. I'm sorry. No. Yeah. No, it's definitely a nice... Oh, okay. Parking is so nice at Iowa Speedway. And so I haven't been to many tracks, but the way how they have it at Iowa, it's like angles. And so like the people have them like lined up in angles, and so it is easy to park in and out of the speedway. It is in grass, but most places you park in grass anyway. But again, just the way how the track has it lined up is so nice. It is so nice. But yeah, no, so Iowa Speedway was a great time. I think I will go back next year. I'm going to try to prepare a little bit more for it just to get the more experience out of it. But yeah, and all 23 people that are watching this stream, I would definitely say and suggest that you guys go ahead and go to Iowa Speedway. So I know that, okay, so I know I posted and I did say that people can ask questions. So what I'm going to just quickly go through is Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube, because I posted saying what questions you want me to answer. And I'm going to answer some questions. So starting off, Punny Penguins 27. This is on Instagram, by the way. So on Instagram, Punny Penguin 27 asks, what were the ticket prices for Iowa? So you have the choice of either buying individual tickets or you could do a package. And so I did the package. And it also depends on where you sit too. And so the way I see it, if you want to sit close to the start finish line, or if you want to sit high in the the higher bleachers, you will have to fork over a little more, while it's a little cheaper on the ends on the lower side. The tickets that I got were, at least for each person, like about $60. I was closer to the start finish line though. And then actually the K&N race though was really cheap. I think it was somewhere either 10 or $20, like really cheap to get into the K&N race. And actually quite a few people did come out for the K&N race, which was really cool. So that is the answer to that. So it's relatively cheap. So you still have to fork over a little more, but if you save up a little bit of money, yeah, it's still a worthwhile experience. Let's see here. So RSJ fan 17.1.42 asks, favorite experience from Iowa? Probably meeting Hailie Deegan. That was really cool. One awkward thing I would say was when I showed up, not that many people were there, and I just don't know if it was the timing or not. It was kind of awkward though, how I kind of just ran up and I started, had Hailie Deegan sign the diecast and whatnot. I was kind of thinking there was going to be a line, but there was not. And I was able to get right up there and get the stuff taken care of. But it was really cool meeting her. I don't think she'll remember me, but that's okay. That's okay. I do, however, wish the best of luck to her in her future endeavors. So, and let's see. So that is it on Instagram. I am going to switch over now to Twitter. Let's see here. Nothing on Twitter in regards to Iowa, which is fine. And then on here, let's see. Okay, there is not. So, final thoughts from Iowa. It was a great experience. It was great to get away from that for a while. And it was good. It was a very good experience. So, I'll maybe go back to Iowa later if there's some people that join in late. We can go back and talk about it. But if anybody asks about the Iowa experience, the first, 20 something minutes, 23 minutes, we talked about Iowa. So, let's move on, and we're going to talk about the Summer Showdown. So, the 2019 Summer Showdown happened on last Sunday, and it happened at Iowa Speedway. I almost missed watching that because I was driving home from, ironically enough, Iowa Speedway. And Cody Workman has won the 2019 Summer Showdown. He is the 4th champion of the Summer Showdown, driving Spencer Gallagher's 23 Allegiant Airlines car. So, yeah, let's talk about that a little bit as I pull up the Core League Twitter. And I do want to mention that I actually did reach out to Cody and see if he would be willing to join me here on this stream and to talk about that. But the timing just didn't work, and we might do it at some later time. But Cody did get quite a bit of a following. As I look on the Core Twitter, he went from 115 followers to 150. So his Twitter is at cworkman388. Again, that's cworkman388. If you guys want to give him a follow, because he is the 4th the 4th Summer Showdown champion. So let's just talk a little bit about how this all came together. So how the Summer Showdown all just came together. So originally, originally I was going to have the 2019 Summer Showdown on Inter 2003. I was planning on not having it be like this. I was going to pretty much do, if you will, the same formula. I was going to go ahead and paint up a bunch of cars. I was going to have a bunch of different little what ifs. I was thinking of having Greg Biffle drive the 51 car for KBM. Just saying that, throwing that out there. Yeah. So as you guys have seen the whole debacle last March because I got the new computer and how Windows 10 is an absolute piece of garbage with the programs. So Inter 2003 is fine. Fraps is fine. It's just Camera Control Master is a piece of garbage. And again, I don't want to get too deep into Camera Control Master because I've talked about it numerous times before. And like, if I don't want to talk too much about it because I've already talked about it so many times. But anyway, but I honestly felt bad. I felt bad for like letting you guys down because I promised a 2019 Summer Showdown and it's going to be bigger and it's going to be great. And I was a little worried. I was a little worried that the Summer Showdown wasn't going to go through, and I was worried about disappointing people because I am one of those people that do care a lot about other people, and I do my best to stick to a promise, and I am one of those people that, it's hard to say no. And so I thought about it, and I was able to talk to the people at Core, and they were cool with it, and just for just so that we're on the same page, the winnings was my money. Like, that was the money that I got from work. Just want to throw that out there. Like, that is mine, and I donated to it. And Workman is $200 richer, and I'm so glad for that. He worked his tail off in the Summer Showdown, and I'm so glad that he has that. So, but yeah, it was definitely a good group of people. You had people from the Carnation Cup. You had quite a few people from the E Sports, NASCAR Heat 3 series in. And then, of course, you got the wonderful people at Core as well, including, sorry, I was looking at Hunter Carper's comment, 24 people here, Brett Moffitt drives 24 truck. That's funny. But, yeah, just you had Eric Istep, you had Black Flags Matter, who finished in the top 5, I might add. What If Racing, Brian finished second, which was so cool to see. Joseph Lombard in there, and on his stream, he had a lot. You had the huggable, lovable Rusty Walrus, which was so cool to see. Jake Bassinger, IDK player. I know I'm missing Jarrett was in there. Ed Soundhead. Sloppy Joe, which I'll talk about in a little bit. Yeah, no, there was definitely a lot of people that like bigger top YouTubers that were involved in this experience. I'll be honest, I was not the best at promoting this event, and that's just because of work, and honestly, I'm just not really in like I don't know. I don't want to talk about that now, but I know I didn't do the best at promoting the 2019 Summer Showdown, and that's something to learn for the future for sure. But otherwise, though, it was a good time. Core did a really good job of promoting it out, and and Cody Workman from the Carnation Cup was able to get the job done. And actually, one thing I kind of just remembered is I think some other people were streaming here. I just want to get a little comfortable here. Just trying to remember. There's some other people streaming as well tonight, and that's why the numbers are not as high. But that's okay because I'm with my friends, right? So anyway, so what else about the Summer Showdown? Oh yeah, so I'll talk about Sloppy Joe. So I saw the thing on Core that apparently Sloppy Joe almost tried to wreck the leader, which I'm so glad that he didn't. But that was incredible. I could not believe that Sloppy almost did that. Let's just say I'm glad it didn't. I'm glad it didn't happen because I don't know what I would do if Sloppy Joe ended up wrecking the Workman. And yeah, and on the core stream, which by the way, shout out to NASCAR and MDK for the broadcast. Excellent job on that. He mentioned numerous times about someone intentionally wrecking. And so like I understand the whole like drama aspect, but no. No, like I do not want this mess. I do not want that to happen. And yeah, I'm sorry, I'm just looking at the video now that the core posted. But Joey Stone, Sloppy Joe, did accept it and he's cool with it. So like I don't have really any issue with Sloppy Joe. It's just one of those things that would really ruin something that I tried so hard to put together. But we're fine. We're fine. So I just wanted to mention that. Just make sure we're on the same page on that. Major championship implications indeed, Ferris. And yeah, no, otherwise it was good. So what this kind of moves into is let me just double check the so this kind of moves into the creativity and future. If you guys in chat want to talk a little bit more about the Summer Showdown, ask some questions about that, go ahead. And I guess we could start with in chat. Jeremiah Burns asked so Griff, so I don't know if you're doing more 10 winners challenge or not, but can you do 2018 and 19 version? So the stream's current bitrate is lower than the recommended bitrate. Recommend that you use the bitrate is low. How is the stream, guys? Just out of curiosity. It's lower than my recommended bitrate. Recommend that you use a stream bitrate of 4,500. How is my stream, guys? Is it glitching out at all on my end? It might be. All right. I'm just getting a warning on my screen saying the stream's bitrate is lower than the recommended bitrate, so I don't know, just let me know. But anyway, so in terms of Enter 2003 content, I'm not worried about that right now, and I wouldn't necessarily say I'm in like a different part. Yeah, I guess it was lagging now, but it's fine. Okay, thanks, RC48 Fine Fan. Hunter Carver says it's all good here. Cool. Thanks, guys. So in terms of just creativity, here, let me just throw something out here. Thank you, RC45 YouTube. You are fantastic. So yeah, in terms of so what I've kind of turned into right now is a supporter. And as you could, like, if you guys didn't know already, I've been really supporting all the other people that are making NASCAR content. If you guys haven't noticed, whenever Joseph Lombard does an Xbox One stream on at NASCAR Heat 3, I try to join that because I want to support him and I want to, because he's doing, and then I don't know if he needs, more, but I still want to help anyway. And then, NASCAR on MDK has a huge project coming out. I'm helping with that. What else? So I'm just trying to think. But I've just become more of a supporter now. And this is one of those things I'm kind of just going to vent here. I appreciate you guys, sticking with me, all 18 of you guys. I know this is not exciting. And at some point I want to try to stream NASCAR Heat 3 or something like that so that this could be a little bit more enjoyable. And plus, again, since I have, 16, great. So I think I do have OBS, and I want to still try to figure out how to stream on Xbox One and stuff like that, and we can worry about that later. Yeah, so I'm just trying to think here. So again, I've become more of the supporter and helping others out, and then also with oh hello, we got a super chat, Rasheem Stewart. Oh, thank you so much for a super chat. I greatly appreciate it, dude. So what track internationally should they have a race at? I would be cool if an international series, go to 4 or 5 tracks, go to Brands Hatch, go back to Motegi. Is that track even being used at all? I don't even know, because I know Indy used to race there. I don't know if they race there anymore, but I don't know, they don't. But yeah, no, I think it'd be cool just have a bigger series. Maybe go back to or not go back. Go to Dubai. Go to that road course. Yeah, that'd be a good time. It would be awesome to do that for sure. But yeah. So again, just thinking about it right now. So I want to create stuff. Like, I want to emphasize that right now. I I'm sorry, RC45 fan. Did you see the tag that I tagged you on the Roval retweet? I want to be a big fan and friend of yours since I want to support the channel and help creators I really like. RC45 fan, we'll talk more like in the DMs. We'll talk more about that later. But anyway, so 11 viewers, great. So no, that's fine. That's fine. I'll just talk here. So I want to support others. And then in terms of just creating, like, I am a creator. Like, I want to create things. And so with the stuff that happened with Enter 2003 with Camera Control Master, it really just hurt my creativity. And like, I still want to make stuff, and I still like want to make a series. And one thing that you guys should know about me too is that I like going deep. I like going, having the, I'm sorry, just not, like, I still want to give back, you know, like, I still want to help out in some odd way, shape, or form. One issue, though, is work, because if you guys didn't know, I just finished a 50-hour week, and I'm going to be doing another 50-hour week next week. And that's taken away a lot of my time as well as energy. And so you're thinking, oh, with the time you have left, you can still make stuff. I'm still very exhausted from that as well. Did anything wrong? If not, no. RC45 fan. Just wanted to say no. There's nothing wrong. It's just one of those deals. It's just like something I just wanted to just talk about, and we can talk about it in person. So it's cool. It's cool. But anyway, so no. I appreciate you guys sticking around. In terms of subscribers, I think I've gone back up to where I have lost because people have, lost. And honestly, with YouTube, I don't know. With YouTube, I don't know what content I'm still going to have, and I'm still going to have it around just in case, stuff happens. But yeah, like I'm, as I mentioned before in previous videos, like, I'm relearning just, again, how to draw, how to create, and I still want to help continue, like, building, like, a base, if you will. And so even though at this point in time, I'm not necessarily creating stuff, and I've had those thoughts too of, like, making, like, review videos and talking about, like, the race weekend and stuff like that. And honestly, it's just one of those things that I personally just don't have interest in, because I feel like I would give nothing new to the table, and that's an integrity thing, because, like, I feel like if I did go ahead and make those review videos, like, it could get a lot of views, get a lot of subscribers, get people talking, but I just don't think I could bring anything new to the table. Plus, again, with just how much time and energy goes into my work right now, it's just the timing isn't the best. And so the thing is, with the timing that I have right now, just the timing I have just isn't the best, and I want to use whatever time I have left to learn, because even though I'm 25 years old, I want to continue to learn. And so, like, with the drawings I've done with Carnation, Black Flags Matter, among others, I've been learning to draw, because I don't know if you guys can see, but I have this draw pad here, and no, I love doing that because I'm creating something new, creating something great, something different. And it's great. It's great. It's wonderful, for sure. So, here. So I guess if you guys have any more questions or thoughts or anything like that, we can talk about that later. But let's go ahead and let's jump into the diecasts and just talk about that for a little while. So, as you guys know, I've been continuing to get diecasts from Lionel Racing. I have been doing all that I can to support them as much as possible. And it's just one of those deals where I'm sorry to interrupt myself. I wanted to check my sorry, let's see. Just want to look at the questions here for a second. Oh yeah, race diecast. I'll talk about that in a minute. Let's see here. Did I lose it? Yeah, I think I lost it. All right, that's fine. Let's see. But anyway, just talking about diecasts. I got tons of diecasts, like several diecasts. Um, Definitely. So I think I'm upwards of like 500 or so. I've gotten plenty of 2019 cars, like as you see on the thumbnail. I recently got Brad Keselowski's Auto Trader car, or Ty Dillon's Geico car, David Reagan's car, and Newman's Oscar Mayer Wiener car. Which, side note, Oscar Mayer Wiener was recently came into my town. I didn't see it, but I just knew it was in town. So yeah, it was. It's just one of those deals that I love collecting diecasts for sure. As you see right there, on the left side, you have all of the older diecasts, and then on the right, you have my newer diecasts or newest diecasts. And I want to support them any way at all. And so, like, one idea I have is I wish there was like another company like back in the day when Ross or not Ross Chastain, wow, Racing Champions was still around. If you guys were old enough to know what Racing Champions was, Racing Champions was like they created pretty much every diecast that was not like a top tier driver. And I mean, they made a few top tier drivers like Jeff Gordon back in the day, among others, but they made literally every diecast, which was so cool. But nowadays, you have one company, and like I get it, they are the official diecast provider of NASCAR. But I wish there was a way to help, excuse me, like promote the diecasts, because I mean they're cars, like that's your product on the track, and to have a little replica of that product would be amazing. Sorry, trying to speak and whatnot. No, diecasts are like phenomenal. They are fantastic. And yeah, I want to help them out whatsoever. And but the thing is, they also cost so much as well, because at the same time, I'm trying to save up so that I can move on to the next part of my life. Um, and I wish there was like a second company that would come back like a Racing Champions. Here, I just want to get my mic good close here. My name is Morgan Freeman. Okay. So the diecast, so like with Racing Champions, like some company that would be able to make like all the Xfinity cars, some of the lower tier Cup cars, and then even the trucks, because I know that a lot of trucks were not made. Like, go ahead and make a bunch of trucks, like Sheldon Creed, like Johnny Sauter, like Ben Rhodes. Like, that'd be so cool. Um, yeah, and I wish there was a way I could support the Diecast group, and I know that, like, there's so much. There is so much. And but the thing is, and the thing that kind of bothers me, and it bothers me about NASCAR, is just how there's so many hands put into everything in NASCAR. Like with the sponsors, and it's like everything has to go one way or another. And it's a little frustrating. And I also am a little frustrated with how not open they are. Like there's a bunch of like handshakes behind the door, if you will. And it's a little frustrating to like not know what's going on, or like one information I feel like we should know is Eric Templinger, can your question be answered? Yes, there it is. But anyway, no, it's just one of those deals where, again, I want to support NASCAR, but it's like it's one of those deals where it's like I've almost given up, because and NASCAR like is trying to do good. But there's like things where it's like I see it. Like I see not just like where some of the things are, messed up, but how they can be improved and how I could, try to help them out. But they just see me as just one fan who thinks he knows everything. But I feel like if I can give them some like, and another thing too, like with the stuff I've made in the past, like with the Inter 2003 stuff, like I know what I'm talking about. And even though with what I talk, I can go ahead and I can put that into action, because that's what they want to see is action. And that's why, like, the spot I'm in right now, I'm not necessarily in a good spot right now to make stuff because of work. But again, I'm saving up so that I could move on to the next part of my life, which what I'm not sure about is like what is next, because I want to create stuff. Like my ultimate goal is I want to be able to create stuff for a living. And if that means making a Patreon or I don't know. Just making stuff for other people would be fantastic. So, All right, so we got a few people in here. I'm just gonna go ahead and throw it to you guys here. We are 44 minutes in. We'll see if the party keeps going on here. But we'll see here. Sonic Rules, by the way, on the topic of Deegan, there's an 2003 RPG I'm in on Discord where we got to 2004. Ah, nice. Haley Deegan is a champion. Nice. Thanks, Sonic Rules. Wanted to hear that. But yeah, just in terms of NASCAR in general, like, it sucks. And it's one of those hard things, and it's like, I don't know. Like, I still want to help. I still want to help. And it's just the whole, integrity thing where it's like, I can easily make stuff and I can get, or like, make like review videos where I can get a bunch of views or something like that. But that just doesn't interest me. It just doesn't interest me at all. Shane Greenaway, am I going to Bristol? I'm not going to Bristol. No, I'm way too tied up here at home right now. I wish I could go, but I do wish all the other people that are going the best of luck. Other people are going, including I know that Lombard's going. I know Estep is going, among others. So, yeah, no. So, how are you guys doing? What do you guys want to talk about here? But otherwise, no, it was definitely a good time. Just talking to people. Yeah, I don't know. I'm just, I've really lost that motivation for sure. Like, I still want to help out you guys and I still want to help this community thrive in some odd way, shape, or form. But sometimes I just feel like it's a lost battle. I do. I honestly feel like it's a lost battle for sure. But yeah. Would you like to do movie like Cars? That's a good question, Rasheem Stewart. That movie is okay. It's not a bad movie. But I don't know. I don't want to get too deep into that. Like it's an okay movie for sure. Do you see NASCAR moving to the north? Eric Keplinger, Griff, do you see NASCAR moving into the north around where you are in the future? So Eric, I believe you joined later. I did talk about Iowa Speedway at the beginning of this stream, and the short answer is yes. I could definitely see him going up to Iowa, but I think that's it. I don't think they're gonna like build another speedway up north. It'd be great, but unless something miraculous happens with NASCAR, I just don't think they're gonna build any more speedways, to be honest. So let's see. What other questions do you guys have? Oh, one thing I do want to mention. So one of the questions that was asked on Instagram by Race Diecast, if you are watching this, shout out to you. He asked me, what did I think about the animation used in Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse? So I just watched that movie before starting this stream, and I won't give any spoilers away to that movie, but I do want to talk about the animation. And long story short, what was in that animation here, I just want to move this slightly so that my pretty ugly face can get more into view. And how's it going, attention K-Day shoppers? Excuse me. So to talk about that, the animation, like, I love it. I love the mix of 2D and 3D. And I do totally dig on multiverses. No, so like again, when I'm creating like a show or movie like that, I just want to get innovative. Like I just want to create something new, something novelty, something just ridiculous. Like I don't like there's that whole mentality of like creating something and it'll get views, it'll get money, just like the Lion King remake, which we could talk about later or not, depending on if you guys want to talk about it. But gosh, I love the animation. Like I love just that mix of 2D, 3D. I love the colors, just the mix of colors and shapes, and the fact that it's like a comic book-esque thing. So if you guys do have Netflix, I highly suggest you guys watch that film. And I love how it plays that trope of like there's so many Spider-Man movies already, and it's like you have all these characters. It's like, oh, you know the story already. But then you have this animation where it's like it feels real, but then there's like this 2D concept, and I also, so very little thing that I love is the anime girl that's in there. Like she's totally drawn like anime, but because of animation, she fits in perfectly. And you cannot do that in real life. And I love that so much. So yeah, that's a shout out to Race Diecast to answer your question. I love the animation in that movie, and I'm so glad it won the Oscar. So what else do you guys want to talk about? So RC45 fan is going to the Glen tomorrow. Good luck with that. Let's see here. Vikings Daily 005 asked, how many more years do you think Jimmy has left before he retires? And will he win it again? I would say, I think next year, 2020 will be his last year in the 48. And then I think he'll retire. And then do you think he'll win again? I think he'll pull a Jeff Gordon in 2015, where I think he will win once at some track. I could see Martinsville pull that off again. But we'll see. We will see about that. Griff, will you wish me? Yeah, Eric. So Eric Keplinger asks, Griff, will you wish me, when me I mean Eric Keplinger, a happy birthday on your birthday on the 17th of this month? Yeah, and I hope it's filled with nothing but Michael Waltrip winning races. So yeah, no, I'm sorry. I've just been thinking a lot about just this channel and content and whatnot. Jimmy Johnson's final win at Texas. Hunter, you think he'll win at Texas, huh? Cool. Diehard 8838. Am I going to see in the blink of an eye? Opportunity has to be right. Otherwise, I probably not, honestly. I actually really haven't heard much information about that movie, so I'm going to be kind of curious as to how that is going to be. Ferris Khalil, have I considered making a stop motion with the Diecast? It's one of those deals where not now. Like, if while I'm working, I'm probably not going to do it, because if you guys didn't know already, I'm working 50 hours. I worked 50 hours last week, and then I'm working 50 more next week. So it's really taken away a lot of just both energy as well as time away from me. And so that's why I haven't made many drawings these last couple of weeks. So let's see. Most nostalgic paint scheme. Okay, that's a good question. The most nostalgic paint scheme for me, at least, I would probably say Dale Jr.'s Budweiser car in the early 2000s. Lots of memories with that car. It was a very pretty car. I loved the red with the black stripes on the side. They did an okay job with the throwback as the final car. Kind of wish Budweiser would come back for like a one-time sponsor, but that's a personal preference. Any plans for the channel before the end of the 1.0? What's the 1.0? So I hate to say it, but I'm really not going to do much with this channel, honestly. And it's just because of work. And as I said before, I'm learning. Like, I'm doing like a lot of schooling. One book, it's on this chair. You can barely see it, but it's the Animator's Survival Kit. And again, I'm just on that road of like, I just want to make. Now, it's a little conflicting because I said before, like, I want to make stuff. Like, I really want to create stuff. Like, I'm a creator, and that's what I want to do. Oh, 2019, for sure. I want to create stuff. Like, I just want to make stuff. I was about to say the S word. I am going to keep this stream monetized. But, no, the only thing I can really think of is doing some streaming. Like, if I can connect the Xbox One, or if I do buy a PS4, and if I can connect that onto YouTube, just to keep you guys, in the loop, for sure. But in terms of making stuff, so like the drawings that I've made, the stills that I've made, love that. I just love making those drawings, and it's so creative because like it's so different, and I get to make so many different things. It's awesome. It's awesome. It's great. It's wonderful. And what I want to eventually do is I want to eventually like build like stories of it, like comics. Like doing like a little comic thing with like all the other like NASCAR YouTubers or something like that. Or even just creating new characters off the bat and building my own story off of that. And of course, I'll definitely have like NASCAR references in there because of course, I'm still a fan of NASCAR. Like I can't believe I have to like explain myself. Like I'm still a fan of NASCAR for sure. But where my mindset is right now, that's not necessarily the route I want to continue going. Like something has to really happen, either to me or to NASCAR, in order for things to change. And I don't know. I don't know. Ferris Khalil, have I considered maybe doing Inter 2003 gameplay streams? See, I've thought of that, but and this goes back to the integrity thing, Ferris. Um, Again, I want to make my content different. I want to make it stand out, and that is what the oh wow, was there a dead moment there between 8:30 and 8:40? Oh, that's strange. Anyway, what was I saying? So, oh yeah, so the gameplay, like if I do that, like I stream the gameplay, like it's not different from like what other people have done. And there's nothing wrong with the other people. It's just I want to try to make my content stand out. And it's just like I just don't, in terms of enjoyment, I just don't think I would get as much enjoyment out of that. So I don't know. I hate to say it. I don't know. Like I really don't know. And again, I don't know if it's because of work or just times. Like the times have changed. Because like I don't know if it's like either NASCAR has changed or if I've just grown up and my point of view of NASCAR has changed. You know. So yeah. Let's see. Walker Bulldog says streaming on a PS4 is so easy a 2-year-old could do it. All right, I'll take you up on that, Walker. I'll let you know if it is that easy. Let's see. Hunter Carper, I go back to school on the 19th of this month. I've got a year and a half till I get an associate's degree. Oh, Hunter, what's your degree in? Just out of curiosity, if you want to mention that. If you guys are curious, I do have a bachelor's degree in studio arts, which I know is the most wonderful thing to hear. But at the same time, I also, learned a lot and got a lot out of that. Um, and then I do have a minor in film and media studies. And that's the reason why I like animation, because it's a mix of filmmaking, but there's also art involved as well. So, Eric Kemplinger suggests that I should draw Michael Waltrip holding up the NASCAR Cup Championship. That's too cliche. He's done it before. He's done it multiple times before. Why do I need to draw someone that's already existed? You know? Vikings Daily 05. Between Kyle Busch and Logano, which one do I think is more likely to falter in the playoffs and miss the championship for? I'm going to say Kyle Busch. Between the two of them, I would say Kyle Busch. Because Logano, he's been able to sneak his way into the championship 4 before, and I don't think he's missed a beat, in my opinion. So, let's see here. Associates of Arts. Okay, that's cool, Hunter. Associate of Arts. That's awesome. Let's see. Griff, any advice for Eric entering senior year of high school? Sure. That's actually a good question. So the biggest thing is just trying to figure or give yourself an idea of where do you what do you see yourself doing in life? Because I know you've mentioned before about stuff either being a driver or doing something with NASCAR. Are you committed to that? Are you, or do you consider yourself, like, I know you are a fan, but do you want to, like, try to pursue doing more broadcasting? Do you want to make stuff? Like, do you want to go down that route? Do you want to go to college? You don't have to go to college, especially nowadays with how expensive college is. If there's any way for you to continue to learn without having to take out several thousand loans, go ahead and do so. And then I think another thing that is important to mention too is that it is okay to change. Like you shouldn't like figure out your life right after high school, because I did not. And for the record, I did not. When I left high school, I thought I was going to do computer science with math stuff. Like I was going to focus more on computers. I was going to focus more on gaming because I thought of the idea of possibly like creating a video game, which is something we could definitely talk about. And I want to create NASCAR Heat 5. But excuse me, I definitely would love to do that for sure. But what happened in college was things changed. I took linear algebra. I took multivariable calculus. And it sucked because I got D pluses in both of those classes, and I learned nothing from either of them, and I almost left college. So the point is, it's okay to still figure out what you want to do in life, what makes you happy, but also what also puts food on the table as well. So let's see, Eric, you say either a driver, broadcaster, graphic designer, or a video editor. So I would just say just experiment with all of them and just work with each of them for a while. And if there's one that you really enjoy, go ahead and stick with that. So yeah, I think I might be able to get most of college free since my family is a low income family. Oh, that would be nice for sure. Hunter Carper recommends community college after high school. It's cheaper and yeah, because and if you guys didn't know, I did go straight to college after high school, and I now have $40,000 of debt, which is wonderful. Let's see here, NASCAR Phil Torres. Let's see. Yeah, sure, why not? So NASCAR Phil Torres. Do you have any ideas for your channel? Let's see. Can I go to the channel here? Here, let's see if I can do this. Stop it. Copy. Here, let's do this. Paste. Oh, don't do that. Hold on a sec. Home. I know this is some top-notch quality stuff, which is great. 46 here. There's 2 channels. Hold on. Let me look back on your name for a second. Let's see. There's no space. Let's take a look here. There's no space. Got it. Let's see. I guess my general thing, without getting too in depth, is simply like, what do you want to do with the channel? Like, do you really want to make something out of it? Do you want to like, or do you consider like as a fun thing where you like just go ahead and put videos on? Because that's another thing to consider too, is how committed are you to the channel and how much you want to really work on that, or if that is something that you want to do. Like, because like there are people that would literally just slap their videos onto YouTube and that's just a base for their videos. But then you have other people that actually put time and effort into their videos, and that's where people get more views. And so all in all, try to have a unique voice and try to think of a way of how you can show off your content in the most unique way possible. So hopefully that helps you out. Let's see here. Yeah, so that's another thing, Eric. Yeah, the Slap Shoes got $1,000+ on his latest video. Good for him. Good for him. I'm glad that he was able to pull that off and get it done. No, yeah, just good for him. He was able to get it done. He was able to pull it off. But the thing is, in terms of the content that me versus him is making, because I'll just admit it right now, he is a lot more focused on YouTube versus myself, and he's put in a lot more work, and he was able to pay it off for him, or it was able to pay off for him. So yeah, good for him for sure. Let's see. Attention KDA shoppers, what Xfinity track that isn't on the Cup schedule would I like to see in a Cup series? I did talk about this earlier in the stream, but Iowa Speedway, because I was there last weekend. Wonderful facility, and I can't wait to go back there. And again, I would not be surprised, and I kind of hope that the Cup Series does have a race date in 2021 there. But yeah, no, it's been fun, guys. We are an hour in. I was thinking of going until about an hour and a half. Let's see if you see my videos. I'm excited type of guy. I would just say another suggestion too, Phil. Just keep going. Just keep making the videos. Keep sharing them, and I'll maybe take a more in-depth look later. But yeah, no, for sure. Just keep doing your thing, for sure. Let's see here. Yeah, I can relate to that, Eric. Now, I mean, actually, I just want to mention off the bat, I don't have autism, but I can relate just how it's hard to focus, especially with the job I have right now. How you end up getting so scatterbrained. Um, but I think it's just a matter of just like, what do you love? What do you love to do? What do you love to make? And even though sometimes it is hard, it is also okay to get a little help from some friends. Some friends and some other people would help as well. And honestly, that was kind of a reason for the burnout from One More Spark 1987, was just doing the same thing all the time. And it got to a point where like there was no novelty. And that's one thing about myself that I noticed about myself is just when there is no novelty, which if you guys don't know what novelty means, is just new things in your life. Either new events, new opportunities, new things. Um yeah, like if you get into a point in life where there's just no novelty whatsoever, it can get boring, it can get stale, and you can go insane, which is what happened to me. Um, and that is what I'm trying to do, especially with the drawings, is like, I want to try, excuse me, like I'm doing the same thing, like I am drawing, but what I am drawing is different stuff, different people, different perspectives, and I want to just get as diverse with that as possible. But yeah, no, and the thing is, I get it. And like to those that like, the thing is, like, if you guys didn't know, I think differently. Like, and let me be more specific as my hey sissy, my cat is gonna make a special appearance. Great. Um, the thing is, I think differently, and just like it's so weird when you think like if like the motivational videos, like if you think like, oh, I'm gonna get that job or that moment is gonna happen or whatever. Yeah, my cat is right here, so if you hear any meowing, that's her. Please don't bother me, I'm trying to motivate people. But um but in the end, we're all human, we're all definitely not perfect, even though we try to be. We all have screw ups, and including myself. And it sucks, and I've had regrets. And it's one of those things, and that's another reason why I want to create a series and a show. I want to show my perspective of just like what I've been through in high school and middle school. And the stuff I've been watching, like with Gravity Falls, and side note, I've been watching a lot of Steven Universe lately. So shout out to all you Steven Universe fans. All but yeah, no, it's a good show, but I have these like ideas in my head, and I want to try to get them out in some unique way, some way that has not been done before. And that's another thing that I hate, is doing the same thing, doing the same norms, like making the same videos, making the same content. Like, I hate that. I hate doing the same darn thing every time. And it's like, no, I want to make something new. And I don't know if that's necessarily like what the Enter 2003 thing, because I will admit, I do miss doing the Enter 2003 stuff. But what's frustrating about it is just, I got to a point where it just wasn't new, and I wasn't able to create new stuff anymore. And I hope other people do continue on the Enter 2003 name. Like Cody H Gaming is doing an awesome job with the different what ifs. Um, yeah, YouTube and social media is stressful. Like, I want to get to a point, right, where and again, okay, I'm sorry, I'm totally going all over the world, and I apologize. Um, I am honestly thinking a lot about school, of going back to like and doing a animation or film school. I know that Eric Estep is doing that, and I kind of want to talk to him about that. Um, I just want to be able to get into an area where I can get with like-minded people and I can create something awesome, like Jimmy Neutron. I've been watching Jimmy Neutron lately. Jimmy Neutron, the cartoon that was on during Adu's car on a few races. Yeah, that's right. I love making that car. But no, there was a lot of good that was done with Enter 2003. And like, I'm sorry, going back to film school. Like, I definitely want to do something with like going at and just getting together with like-minded people. And sure, it might be a complicated area, but it's just one of those difficult things. And that's why like I've been like saving up money right now so that I could potentially go to school. And I am thinking about LA, Los Angeles, like where Joseph Lombard is. And I am seriously thinking about. How's it going, Zachary Rogers? Thank you for joining this stream. I am seriously considering taking a trip out to Los Angeles in December, like in the middle of December. Taking a few days out there, go to some studios, and if anyone can help me out with that and setting that up, that'd be great. That would be fantastic. And so another thing I do want to mention too about the job I have is that it is a good job. Like it is definitely one that humbles me, one that I am able to learn a lot from. Um no, it's great despite working 50 hours a week. But anyway, um let's see here. But yeah, no, I it's one of those deals where I still want to help out for sure because again, it's like I have all these ideas and I have all these ideas and thoughts and theories. And the reason why Sean Kelly, what up? Please don't spam the highs. Appreciate that. Yep, I am going to remove that. Sean, if you're going to keep doing that, all right. I'm going to put you in a timeout. So, Sean Kelly, I love you, but please don't spam the chat. Thanks. But anyway, no, it's just one of those deals where I am, see, now it probably thinks I'm a bad person. But, I mean, honestly, like, I see you, Sean Kelly. I love you. Mwah. But, no, like, honestly, I needed this. And I kind of wish there was a way I could, like, talk, like, one-on-one with someone. Just so that we can get a little more interaction, if you will. Early championship predictions for each of the top 3 series. Cup side, I'm thinking Kyle Busch. Xfinity, I'm thinking Cole Custer. And trucks, I'm thinking Ross Chastain. So let's see here. I'm just trying to think. What are you guys thinking? What are you guys thinking here? You guys loving Sean with all of his text? No, it just sucks, the situation I'm in right now. Like, what the flip? Huh. What did you say? Huh. Oh, for sure. Yeah, no, so, oh, jeez. I am so not professional. No, in my opinion, though, like, again, I still want to help out, even though I can't necessarily do much, and you guys have heard that already so many times. Favorite 2-mile track. So, is Texas World Speedway an option? I like Texas World, but I would say between Auto Club and Michigan. See, I like both. I like Auto Club, and I do like Michigan. Auto Club, I like it because it is very wide, and, yeah, now Michigan, I know Michigan gets a lot of hate, but if you can work the track right, it can work. And actually, in Joseph's stream, I was able to get the 4 fastest lap time in a full group of 40 cars. So I can work that track. So, like, from a driver's standpoint, like, it's fun to race. But I would say, from a spectator's point of view, I would probably say Auto Club Speedway, for sure. Yeah. And so what? Okay, so going back to Diecast for a second, at some point, I will go ahead and I will show off the Diecast. I know I've been promising that for a while. It's gonna happen. I just don't know when. It's just again with work schedule and just crazy. I know I need to schedule it out. I know I need to make time. I also know I need to read more because reading is good for the brain. But at some point, I will show off the Diecasts. All 500 plus of you. Diecast ranging from 1992 all the way to 2019. For sure. So yeah, RC45 fan, good luck at Watkins Glen. I do want to go to a road course at some point. I feel like it'd be interesting just to see how, because I feel like you can only see like one stretch of track at a time. I feel like it might be kind of okay at like Sonoma because it's just short of 2 miles. But I mean, like the layout is longer than 2 miles, but I feel like you could see more of the track. But I don't know. I don't know. Walker Bulldog, what would I think if the Cup Series went to Mid Ohio? Um, yeah, it's kind of the same thing with like Road America. Like, sure, sure. And what I would even add and just say too is just have every like track have one weekend, if you will, and then like on that weekend it'd be like World of Outlaws where you have like three races, like a Friday night, a Saturday, and then a Sunday showcase. So you have three races because there's a lot of drivers that complain that there's not enough racing. Um, so if you do like go ahead and give three, but have the races be shorter. But I don't know. I don't know. Griff, do I agree with A Step's opinion with building short tracks next to it in urban areas? Yeah, like if it was up to me, I would definitely go ahead and I would build plenty of short tracks. But because there's so many people involved, like the governments of each urban city and all the people that live around the city, like there's so much more involved. So, yeah. So it's an hour 15 right now. I'll go for a few more minutes. So if you guys have any last minute questions, I can go ahead and answer them for you guys. Um, yeah. NASCAR Diecast. Were you the one that asked the Spider-Verse question? I did answer that a little while ago. Have I ever been to Canada? I have not. I would like to go up there sometime. Maybe stop by in Montreal. Um, yeah, it's a very, like from what I've seen, it's definitely a very beautiful track. Milwaukee Mile and the Cup schedule, please. Yes. And I'm very surprised that has not happened yet. Watermelon Man is going to win the truck title. Yeah, no, he's definitely on a hot streak. All it's going to take is one stupid race from Homestead, and he'll lose it, and we're all going to be sad. So here's a flash toast to that. Sweet, sweet, sweet sound of my water. So let's see, what other thoughts, questions, concerns the 16 of you guys have? But as I said, about 10 minutes here, I'm going to go ahead and close up shop on this stream here. Clark McKay, I'm hoping Gateway and Iowa will join the schedule 2021. Drop a Kansas and Michigan race. I'm a little on the fence on Kansas just because that is my quote-unquote home track, but Michigan I would do agree with. Allmendinger getting disqualified, yeah, that's a shame. And I did retweet Allmendinger's response to that disqualification, and it's a shame. It's a shame that Allmendinger disqualifies again. So let's see. Ross is the GOAT and never does anything wrong in his own power. Change my mind. No, you're pretty good. Who wins tomorrow? Eric, I'm going to go ahead and say Chase Elliott wins Watkins Glen again. He has a strong, fast car. He has won at Watkins Glen before, and I think he'll do it again. So that is my pick on that. Chase Elliott, I'll give more full in-depth picks tomorrow morning for sure. So yeah, no guys. So again, if you guys have any questions, concerns, if you guys, again, this last 10 minutes, I'm just gonna throw it out to the chat. Anything can happen. I definitely do miss making the content that I did in 2016 and 2017. Want to make stuff, want to create stuff, want to create moments, want to create opportunities, and that's what I love about the 2019 Summer Showdown. That was great. Let's see. Michael Waltrip will win. I mean, he already won. Like, there's no question about it. See ya. Thank you for stopping by, K-Day Shoppers. You are fantastic. And all of you guys. Shout out to you guys for stopping by here. I know this is not, and it's so dumb because I know I've said before that I am huge on quality and like good quality content, but it's a battle. It's a battle. Let's see. Where did I get the Blue Angels poster? Let's see. Let's see. Oh, okay. The one that's in frame. Duluth, Minnesota. Yeah, Duluth, Minnesota. I got that in 2001, actually. Yeah, the Blue Angels stopped by there at Duluth, Minnesota in 2001. I saw that air show. It was fantastic. Yeah, so let me think here. But, so, yeah, I guess I'll just start or end this just by saying that you guys are fantastic for sticking around. I know that Griff Dog is dying, and not like dying, but like Griff Dog is not at the hype anymore. He is a nobody or whatever. But to you guys that have stuck around for the stream and interacted, I do appreciate you guys a lot. I know I am a small, and it's so weird because it's like, no, I consider myself a small YouTuber for sure. So if you guys follow me on Twitter, follow me on Instagram, um, and then I do have a Facebook as well. I will keep you guys posted on that. I do want to create some more stills for sure. And if you guys have any suggestions for me to draw, I can go ahead and I will at least consider them. But yeah, let's see here. NASCAR Diecast went to the Hall of Fame last week, and it was a pain in the butt to get there. Yeah, I can relate to that. When I went to the Hall of Fame in 2018, it was real hard just to try to find the parking lot. But then once I was there and once I was inside the facility, there was no problems. It was definitely beautiful. Let's see. Also, Griff, if you need anything for any hard times you emotionally go through, my DMs are open, and I want to support you as much as I can at my young age. You're amazing as a person and creator. RC45 fan, I do appreciate you so much. I know that you have chatted a lot in there, and I do greatly appreciate you a lot. For sure. Thank you so much. Um, and yeah, no, it's definitely for sure. I will again keep you guys posted on just life in general. I know that Rashim did ask earlier about just spiritually and just where I'm at with that. It's been a roller coaster for sure. It's this year has definitely been not what I expected. I'll just put it that way. But it's been humbling for sure. Like it's one of those deals where I can just go ahead and just hate everything that I've done and like be Mr. Negative. But what I want to try to do is try to find like the bright spots and the bright opportunities. Any plans on a Discord server? Probably not. I am considering doing a Patreon, honestly, and that might be my way to help people out, if you will. But I just trying to think here because again, like it's one of those deals where um like life is tough. And at whatever age, like whether you are still in middle school or high school dealing with drama of friends or girlfriends or crushes or whatever versus being an adult, like, you know, trying to pay the bills, trying to like pursue your dreams, pursue your career, which is exactly what I'm doing. Um and the thing is, and not to get too emotional, yeah, it's sometimes it's tough because it's like you sometimes you feel so alone, and it's like you sometimes you feel so misunderstood, if you will. And it's tough because it's like there's so much that goes through my mind and so much I want to like help with other people, and just the way how my mind thinks, it's not like other people. And I'm so because like I'm an introvert, and with my introversion, my awareness is through the roof, and sometimes it can be a blessing or a curse. Um, and whenever someone tells me that I am not alone, um, I don't know, I get emotional when I hear that because it's like I don't know, I've had, you know, not the best of passes, and you know, I've made mistakes, and at the same time I'm not you know, the most sociable guy. Like it's one of those things where yeah, negatively, like I'm not the best communicator, I'm not the best at, you know, socializing for sure. But on the flip side, though, I just have these crazy, stupid ideas, like the what if Dale Earnhardt was still alive, and like I do want to create those like story arcs, and like the whole idea of different universes and different dimensions. That stuff blows my mind, and I would love to do something like that. And I don't know if it's going to be NASCAR related or not, honestly. Um, and again, like I do love NASCAR, like I do, and of course I've built this channel around NASCAR, and you guys have known me since I like created the NASCAR content, and I know it's tough that creating the NASCAR or not creating NASCAR content and like saying that I'm leaving that like is tough. and some people are disappointed in me. And it's one of those deals where it's like I gotta figure out like what is best for me. And so even though I'm not making content myself now because of just where I'm at in life, um, I still want to help out others because I know, again, like Black Flags Matter is killing it. NEB Talks is absolutely kicking butt with 6,000 plus subscribers. Jared Lundberg is doing great. And Slap Shoes with going ahead and getting 1,000 plus bucks on one video. Like the NASCAR YouTube community is great. It's fantastic. And I want to help that as much as possible. Join What If's streams, join Joseph's streams, help with other people's stuff. But at the same time, I also gotta take care of myself as well. And I want to still, show my worth and show that and show just in general, because again, like I've said before, I hate talking. I hate just talking and shooting the breeze. I just want to make stuff. I want to draw stuff. I want to create a story. I want to make people think. I want to move people. I want to do stuff. And again, and the last thing I want to mention is that I am a creator, not a performer. Because you see me in front of the camera right now, and I'm talking to you guys. But as you can hear, even though I can talk, I don't like talking per se, but I do push myself to do so. And the reason why I do this stream too is just to show that I haven't gone away. But yeah, it's just one of those very hard things, very very hard things where I care about you guys and I want to continue making the content that you guys came here for. But at the same time, I also like novelty and something new. And so with the drawings I've done so far, and a shout out to both Darian Gilliam and What Incarnation for having their Twitter profiles being the drawings that I've made. And that's so cool because that is definitely the route I want to keep going. And I want to continue to make stuff, go to animation school, and just make some awesome stuff. And the money can come seconds. All right, so let's go ahead and end this stream here. Thank you guys so much for watching. It's I will admit this was a very interesting stream to say the least. Yeah, it's just one of those deals where Mr. Irrelevant here is talking. And Saturday night, I will admit, isn't necessarily the best of times either, because I know that other people were busy doing their own stuff. And NASCAR Diecast, I do have 2 cats and a dog, so to answer your question. But yeah, so thank you guys so much for watching. Follow me on Twitter. It's Griffin Spear, and just Spear, not Spire, Spear. Just, yeah. I can't believe I haven't mentioned this. Spire is the name of the team that won the Coke 0400. Spear is my last name. So I just want to make sure I get that across. So, okay. Griff, I gotta shut up and I gotta make some content. So, okay, and then I also wish me luck working 50 hours next week, and yeah, let's end this. So, thank you guys so much for watching, and this is Griffin Spear saying so long until next time. So, bye, 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 bye. Please don't copyright strike me insane. Gonna take my life. And let's end this stream. So we're gonna end it now, and we're gonna end this right now. There.